Welcome to Computer Programming in C++. Today we're looking at using pointers with functions. If you're not quite sure what a pointer is, you might want to check out my video simply titled Pointers. One of the things that makes pointers useful is that you can access the content of a variable indirectly without having to, directly go in and change the variable. This makes pointers particularly useful with functions, where you can actually pass a pointer to a variable to the function and then mess around with the values in there and go back into the main function and realize that the actual value of the variable has been changed. You don't have to return the value out of a function. You can have a function change multiple values, in fact. Let's look at a smaller sample function here. In this case, I've taken a shell of a program here and I've created a function. I'm calling it add 10. All it does is take a value and add 10 to it. Now look up here in the prototype. First of all, it's a data type void. I'm not going to return a value. The value will automatically change because I'm using pointers. I called the function add 10. It will take in an integer pointer. I put that asterisk after int so that the computer knows a pointer is coming in. And then direct your attention down to the bottom here. I have void again. Name of the function. I don't think I need that space. We have our data type, and this time I gave the pointer a name. I'm calling it val, short for value. What I'm going to do then is when I go into the program here, or to the mini function, I'm going to look at the pointer val, take what's stored in there and add 10 to it and store it back in. That's what plus equals does with any other variable. So now let's go to the main function. And I have a little more work to do in the main function still. Created a variable, created a pointer. It's okay that it has a different name. I, in fact, prefer it because it's a different variable. It's assigned the address of num. And num gets the value of 25, and we should be able to print out and see that the value is indeed 25. We can check along the way here. It's always a good idea. Yes, good. Now, let's use our function. So I'm going to call the add 10 function and send it to pointer that we created earlier. Let's get that out of the way. Now, if I did this right, and that's an if, we should have added 10 to our value without directly accessing it. Hey, it worked. So it made a copy of the pointer, but the pointer is still pointing directly to our variable num. It's not a copy of our variable. We're changing the original because we're pointing to the address location where the original variable is stored, and that's some of the power of pointers. I could have a function that changes 10 different values, where if you're just having a function return a value, you could only return 1, and then you'd have to store it back in. It is what makes pointers powerful. It also means you need to be careful what you do in a function that takes in a pointer, because you can change things that maybe you didn't intend to change. So be wary, but use this power and use it for good.